very grateful to the Kingdom of Morocco and Minister Bourita for making this space available to have an important and timely discussion. As you know, the big issues are the middle-income countries being the missing middle. It is a time in which we have to remember that we are still recovering from COVID, the impacts of COVID, of the war in Ukraine, and currently many issues that challenge the international financial architecture for this. Insufficient, inadequate resources, where many countries, particularly in the mix that hold 60% of our world's poor, are trying to deal with debt overhangs, debt servicing. In some countries, this has prevented them the fiscal space to spend on health and on education. The big development issues for middle-income countries all revolve around a lot of infrastructure, bringing in people, jobs, the green transitions, energy, food systems, the digital economy, which of course is the future now. So these discussions are important to take back, in particular this year, where we have the Summit of the Future, where we will address the international financial architecture. In the long term, the system needs to work for middle-income countries, for everyone. The development demands are huge. Development today is in a state of emergency. We need large scales of investment, and we need them with a sense of urgency. Financial systems do not open up to make that possible for many countries. And so we hope that this is something that will come out and reinforce that it is important that we're having the partnerships to make this happen, that we're also hearing the voice consolidated within the middle-income countries and the wider global partnership, and that we have a development that does leave no one behind. I think for us, Morocco is an example of investing in its profession to bring for us, I think one of the greatest assets here has been the energy transition. With climate action requires us to have that greening of our economies, and what we've seen is investments well structured and a return for energy. This is something that needs to happen across this continent to fulfill Agenda 2063, also to help industrialize. It's created jobs, it's shown a capacity on the continent for this to be done. So this is one aspect of it. But others are the resilience. There are many responses to the partnerships that are needed in middle-income countries, and Morocco has been part of enabling that environment for partnerships to happen, both with this particular initiative, which started off in the UN in New York, and taking it out of New York into countries. I hope that we will go from Morocco to other countries, really just to amplify those needs and the potentials. I think we talk a lot about how desperate many situations are, and the crisis is many, but the potentials are more. And if we can find ways and solutions to investing in that, and really that's what the UN convenes with our countries for.